Welcome to Post Time. I'm Heather Vitale. Webster's Dictionary defines star as a distinguished or leading performer. And that is a perfect way to describe this summer's Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fun Champions, who we will see later on in today's half hour. But first, we are kicking off this show with some action. In our show opener, we're heading back in time to the Delaware State Fair for the Sam Matthews Memorial Trot, since we didn't get to see it last week. It's in honor of a wonderful man who was a very popular trainer in the first state for decades. Let's send it up to announcer Jack Gallagher for the call.
They're off. You want a piece of me out for the lead along with Lidanian toward the inside, Cashco. They race into the first turn. You want a piece of me and Lidanian. Lidanian gets the lead. You want a piece of me on the outside. Cashco has the rail. Then it's Windsong and Genius in fourth, getting away fifth. Is Only in My Dreams, followed by Sweet Joe. Far back after break. Before the start, Idle Kemp. They race up the backstretch. And up on the outside, up after the lead is You Want a Piece of Me. Lidanian is now back to second. The opening quarter, 28 1/5 into the far turn. You Want a Piece of Me gets to the front. Lidanian racing in second. Cashco is there third. Then it's Windsong and Genius, followed by Only in My Dreams. Sweet Joe is next. They come to the top of the stretch the first time, and You Want a Piece of Me has the lead by a length and a half. Lidanian races in second, followed by Cashco third. Moving up on the outside now from the back of the pack is Windsong and Genius, following is Sweet Joe. Then comes Windsong and Genius, 58 3/5 for You Want a Piece of Me. In second is Lidanian racing on the outside. Only in My Dreams, followed by Sweet Joe. They go over toward the back stretch. You Want a Piece of Me leaves by 3/4 of a length off stride. Went Only in My Dreams. That leaves Sweet Joe on the outside as they race up the back stretch. You Want a Piece of Me with Sweet Joe coming up alongside. Lidanian has the rail third as they go to 3/4. It's You Want a Piece of Me by just ahead. Now Sweet Joe from the outside gets a short lead in 128 3/5. They're on the far turn. Sweet Joe from the outside up to get the lead by about a half length. They come to the top of the stretch. Sweet Joe, You Want a Piece of Me. Racing on the outside, Windsong and Genius coming through the stretch. Sweet Joe's got a short lead. Windsong and Genius on the outside. Lidanian down toward the rail. Here comes Windsong and Genius. Windsong and Genius.
Windsong and Genius pulls off a huge upset in 157-2 with Alan Davis in the bike. The 5-year-old is owned and trained by Art Foster Jr. and paid $41.20 for a $2 win wager. Cashco was second, while Sweet Joe was there to round out the trifecta. Again, this event was named the Sam Matthews Memorial. This local beloved man was a well-known lover of the trotting breed. The race you just saw took place at the Delaware State Fair in July, and we're going to see more first state stars from that card later on in the show. But did you know that Harrington Raceway's fall meet is happening right now? So let's find out when you can come out for great live harness action. At Harrington Raceway 4 nights a week, that's Monday through Thursday, get up close and personal to your favorite standardbred stars. And each night, the post time's at 5:30 p.m. And remember, there's always free parking and free admission at the First State Half-Mile Racetrack. For more information, call 302-398-RACE or visit them on the web at harringtonraceway.com. Welcome back to Post Time. On the very last evening of the spring meet at Harrington Raceway, something special happened. But between moving the show to Ocean Downs and then just having a crazy busy harness racing summer, we haven't been able to get to it yet. So this is your better late than never congratulations to Vic Hervey on a big milestone. For this race, let's bring in a group of trotters and keep your eye on number 7, Cashco, who takes Vic to a big victory of his career.
They're off. Cashco and Abby's Gabby out for the lead. Marion Mentor has the rail. They race into the first turn. Abby's Gabby. Cashco, Marion Mentor along the inside is third. They head toward the back stretch. Cashco takes the lead. Abby's Gabby back to second, 3 lanes. Marion Mentor. HS Merlin is there in fourth, followed by Northern Pirate. Trailers are Wanna Be the Man, Joey's Cash. They race up the back stretch. Cashco has a 2.5 lane lead. Abby's Gabby races second, 5 lanes to Marion Mentor. Then it's HS Merlin, followed by Northern Pirate, 29 and 4/5. They go into the far turn, and it's Cashco with a 2.5 lane lead over Abby's Gabby. About 6 or 7 lanes to Marion Mentor. HS Merlin is next. Then it's Northern Pirate. Trailing on that turn are Wanna Be the Man and Joey's Cash. They trot by the stands. It's Cashco, 2 lanes. Abby's Gabby is there in second. Another big gap, or there is a big gap back to Marion Mentor. Next is HS Merlin. Northern Pirate is fifth. 2.5 more. Wanna Be the Man. Out from last is Joey's Cash. 59 and 2. Around the turn toward the back stretch. Cashco, the lead is 2.5, almost 3 lengths. Abby's Gabby is there. HS Merlin comes to the outside, moves into third around Marion Mentor. Also outside is Joey's Cash, 3 wide. Then comes Northern Pirate and Wanna Be the Man. They go to 3/4. Cashco, HS Merlin, Joey's Cash on the far outside, 3/4. 129 and 2, and they're on the final turn, and it's Cashco maintaining 2.5 lanes. Abby's Gabby with HS Merlin far outside Joey's Cash. They come to the top of the stretch, and Vic Kirby turns home looking for 3,000. Looks strong to me. Here comes Cashco. Abby's Gabby down the inside. Lift that whip up, Victor. 3,000 for Vic Kirby. Way to go, Victor. 158.
Driver Victor Kirby, who we are proud to say is a director of the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association, is now part of the 3,000 Win Club. Kirby is a regular reinsman at Harrington and Dover Downs. Plus, this summer, he's been racing all over Maryland, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey. We're glad to see him back in the bike full-time at Harrington Raceway this fall meet.
Congratulations, Vic, and many more wins for you. We are going into a commercial break, but when we come back, we will see more top performers. These, though, well, they have 4 legs in the DSBF finals, so don't go away. Welcome back to Post Time. Rich Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund Finals heated up the racetrack this summer at Harrington Raceway.
There were 4 DSBF events starring our sizzling 3-year-olds, and they each were competed over the half mile for a purse of $100,000. First, let's bring in the Filly Trotters to the Harrington Raceway track as they raced in memory of Jack Walls.
Down toward the rail is Kelsey's Commando. Limbo Love is next. They go by 3/4 in 129 and 2. They're on the final turn. Making a break on that turn is Way Overpaid. And up front, Bella's Spunkin, overnight hit on the outside. Waiting at the rail is Kelsey's Commando. They come to the top of the stretch, and Bella's Spunkin continues to lead it. Comes off the turn, leading by a length and a half. It's Bella's Spunkin. Overnight hit on the outside. Down inside, Kelsey's Commando. Bella's Spunkin. Kelsey's Commando. Kelsey's Commando in front. Bella's Spunkin overnight hit. Limbo Love. 158 and 3.
Kelsey's Commando, owned by Richard Lombardo, JJ&M Stable, and Pam Wagner, won out of the tough post position 8 with Vic Kirby in the bike. The high step and last paid $11.20 to win. The CR Commando filly, bred by Pam Wagner, won by a neck in 158 and 3. Bella's Spunkin cut out the mile and took second, and overnight hit was third. By the way, on Governor's Day at the Delaware State Fair, Vic Kirby, who is also the trainer of this trotting filly, had 3 driving wins on the card. This race was named in honor of Jack Walls, who was a former president of Harrington Raceway, an all-around great guy, and no one was a bigger fan of harness racing than Jack was.
We'll first acknowledge our former president, Jack Walsh, who this race is named after. He was a tremendous figure here, very popular not only in the local community but also with the legislative community as well. Victor, 2 wins out of the 8-hole tonight. You got a new nickname.
That's all right. I don't care where I win from as long as I win.
Tell us about this filly. You assumed the training duties recently. What did you know about her and how she progressed for you?
Well, I've been driving her all along. I mean, all the credit goes to Team Wagner that developed her from a baby, and then Team Green that had her all last year until a few weeks ago. And I just inherited her at the right time, and she was super tonight, and I thought she would be. I'm glad she proved me right.
The big favorite in their overnight hit, 1-5, got caught in kind of a tough spot battling first over. How did you feel about where you were as opposed to your biggest perceived competition?
Actually, I thought Artie put me in a death spot. By that, I mean he put me behind the horse that he thought would stop, and with him first up, he would clear, and I'd be stuck. That horse thankfully carried me far enough. Artie's filly raced big, just didn't have enough tonight, and we did.
You had a 4-win day here 2 years ago on Governor's Day, 2 already tonight. Looks like you're on your way to another successful fair.
That'd be nice. It's just fun to see the big crowd, and I mean, thank you to you guys for doing a great job. It's a fun night of racing here in Delaware.
Thank you, Victor.
Any words for me?
I'm so happy.
Okay, now, who won the Lady Pacing Final in these Delaware Standardbred Breeders' Fund events? Let's find out.
It's Johnny Gold with Siba Mukfuya on the outside. Down at the rail, I am one Rum Wiser. Miss Maha on the outside now. Follows Siba Mukfuya as they go to 3/4, and Siba Mukfuya has gone right up and gotten the lead. Johnny Gold back to second. Miss Maha races third. I'm one Rum Wiser now fourth. 3/4, 123 and 4/5. And Siba Mukfuya has gone off and opened up 4-5 lanes over Johnny Gold. Trapped at the rail is I'm one Rum Wiser. They come off the turn, and Siba Mukfuya has got a 5 or 6 length lead coming toward the wire. Siba Mukfuya wins it easily, wins by about 8 or 10 lengths. Siba Mukfuya, 152-1.
Sibu Mukfuya, owned and bred by Garnet O'Maro, paced to a track record performance for her division and won 52-1. It was her 15th career win in 22 starts. Alan Davis was at the controls of the Gambler's Dream filly, who was the heavy favorite in the race and did not disappoint. In fact, the Wayne Givens trainee crossed the wire first ahead of the field by, count 'em, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lengths. Juna Gold picked up second, and Megan Spin was there for the show money.
Alan, it wasn't that long ago you set a track record with this filly late in the spring season, 52 on its piece, 52-1 tonight, matching that mark, and then some. Tell us how good she was tonight.
She was really good. She likes a fast half, and it worked out 55-2. That's pretty fast for these fillies. And she likes first over, so everything worked out. And she left better today, so that worked out.
You had to feel pretty good about your chances when you saw the speed unfold, 27, 55-2. Those are pretty honest fractions on a half-mile racetrack.
Yeah, that's what I was liking, and I fell away third, which I didn't mind that because they were going enough. And I was just glad to get around a couple on the inside, and I wanted to be first up, so it all worked out.
How does it feel to win the opening race?
Great, I went in last year too. It's great. But another one of Givens' Philly. Great.
There we go. Okay. Wait. Oh. You always are so excited.
Now, it's on to the sophomore colt trotting final named in memory of Hal Belote.
They race up the back stretch. I Like My Boss widens now. The lead is 2.5 lengths. LG's Pride giving chase in second. Dropping back on the outside is Call Me Hal in the face of Which Way, Right or Left. They go by 3/4 and 129, and I Like My Boss has that 2.5 length lead. LG's Pride is sitting in second. They come toward the top of the stretch. I Like My Boss turns for home, leading by almost 3 lengths. LG's Pride is holding second. They straighten away. I Like My Boss comes toward the wire with a 3-length lead, and I Like My Boss does it again. 12 for 12 as Bobby Sheehan hits the lottery again. LG's Pride, followed by Odessa Windmando, 157-2.
I Like My Boss, owned by Bob Shahan, and his grandchildren, Jimmy and Ashley Parsons, remained unbeaten in 12 starts. The son of Don Bosvita won in a wire-to-wire fashion, crossing the finish line first in 157-2. I Like My Boss is also trained by Bob Shahan, and in the sulky for the 4-length win was John Roberts. Taking home the money for the place spot was LG's Pride, and Odessa, who was the longest shot on the board at 105-1, picked up third. This DSBF final was raced in memory of a popular trainer-driver named Hal Belote.
I Like My Boss, 11 for 11 coming in. Now 12 for 12. Jay Robbins got to be awful fun to drive a horse like this.
Oh, he's definitely a pleasure to drive. Bobby's got him ready, every time I go on the track. Gives me all I need. I can't ask for a better horse.
Now, let's go back a couple starts. You made an interesting move with this horse at a Breeders' Fund eligible race that I thought. And when you were coming around the final turn, the horse looked like he may get beat that night. I believe he was racing against Call Me Hal. You made an interesting decision, one that we don't see a lot with young trotters. Instead of going to the outside, you'd like to go to the inside. It seemed to braven the horse up, and sure enough, he did get there first.
Well, I've been very fortunate. He'll race any way I want, and it just seemed like the right move at the time, and it worked out.
Now, you've had some success in the past with Trotter Great George, too. Do you see any similarities between the two?
Oh, they both wanted to go, and that's all you can ask for.
Well, Jonathan, we congratulate you on 12th consecutive win with I Like My Boss. Owner, trainer, Bob Shahan will bring you in here. I like my boss. I guess you do.
Yes, I love my boss now.
Tell us about this, Colt. You brought him along slowly last year. I believe you missed the first round of the 2-year-old stakes, but came on strong and has yet to taste defeat.
Yeah, he run into a little injury as a 2-year-old, and we had to back off of him and wait. And I got him ready for the ones at Dover, the late 2-year-olds, and he's been fine since.
Now tell us where you go from here, 12 for 12, now that his stakes are done. What are your plans?
Hoping I might sell him.
Well, he's certainly got a heck of a record for the sales book, and I think it'll probably be a pretty handsome number. How fun has it been to campaign a horse like this? And I know he's a family-owned horse with you. Got to be a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie with that win streak.
Oh, he's been a pleasure to be in barn. Very good horse.
Well, Bobby, congratulations, and we wish you luck at the sale. That is where his destination is.
Thanks, Matt.
Finally, we'll bring in our DSBF finalists for the 3-year-old Colt Pacers in memory of Jim Case.
They head up the backstretch. Louis, by a length, from the outside, joins the lead awards. Those two are heads apart as they race to 3/4. Louis by a length and lead awards. Casino Bags Carlo down inside, waits for room. And alongside is Bobby's Power Play. West Star Director is 5th along the inside. 125-2 as they race midway on the final turn. It's a lead awards with Louis by a length on the outside. They come to the top of the stretch that way, and it's a lead awards, a short lead. Louis by a length. Casino Bags Carlo gets loose down the inside, coming through the stretch. Here comes Casino Bags Carlo after Elite Awards. They drive to the wire. Casino Bags Carlo, Elite Awards holds on.
Elite Awards, owned by Karen Walls, visited Victory Lane with a 153-3 triumph. The powerful toy gelding, who was bred by Winback Farm, was a wire-to-wire winner with driver George Dennis and recorded his 13th career win for trainer David Rearick. The place spot went to Casino Bags Carlo, and West Star Director grabbed the show dough. This race was in memory of longtime First State horseman Jim Case, who is also the first president of the Delaware Standardbred Owners Association.
Joined by George Dennis, winning driver of Elite Awards, who records career win number 13 tonight. This horse, what he's been right, has usually been the best with these Breeders' Fund colts, but they seem to close the gap this year. It was a very competitive group, but he had some bad luck in the final at Dover. Tell us about it.
Yeah, he made a break at a very costly time, and I really don't know why. It was really bad time, and so it was kind of sweet redemption to get back in winner's circle tonight.
Tell us about tonight, obviously with horses like Louis by a length, West Star Director, Casino Bags Carlo, very competitive, contentious group. What was your strategy going in?
Well, my horse likes it on the front and get his own way a little bit. I mean, he will race off pace, but for 100,000, I'd rather take my shot on the front.
Well, George, we congratulate you on a win with Elite Awards. We also want to bring in the owners, Ed and Karen Walls, trained by Dave Riera. Karen Walls, you had about a bad luck with this horse. It has to feel, like George Dennis said, like redemption today.
It sure does. I think Harrington's his track, and we appreciate everything that supported us. And I told Fusty I'd tell him thank you. So I'm thanking Fusty.
Talk about Dave Riera. He's done a heck of a job managing this horse. He's been top gold all year, went on in his game. Where does he go from here?
I don't know. I'm afraid to say he's not very good traveler, and we don't want to risk hurting him, so he'll probably just campaign locally.
Now, Ed, you're a man who's never a loss for words. What do you have to say about this?
I just say I'm happy. That's all I can say. The good Lord shined on me today. That's all I can say.
You'll probably tell me a few more things once I turn this mic off. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for spending the past half hour with me. And don't forget that the Harrington Raceway Fall Meet is now underway.
So let's find out when you can come out for great live harness action. At Harrington Raceway 4 nights a week, that's Monday through Thursday, get up close and personal to your favorite standardbred stars. And each night, the post time's at 5:30 p.m. And remember, there's always free parking and free admission at the First State Half-Mile Racetrack. For more information, call 302-398-RACE or visit them on the web at harringtonraceway.com.
By the way, we've tried to cover as much of the Delaware State Fair racing as we could in the past 2 shows, and there's still some that we didn't get to. We really would like to recognize all the winners from Governor's Day, so make sure that you watch the credits. Have a wonderful week. I will see you at the track, and God bless.